Lions post-game fan show. I'm Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Catoni live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, your home for the celebration after every Lions victory. We thank you for joining us on My Michigan TV, on mymichigantv.com, the free My Michigan TV app, and of course in person in downtown Detroit, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park. Let's take a look outside for a moment here. Lions fans already making their way back down this way from Ford Field. Very happy after a Lions victory. A lot of cheers already in the minutes before we came on the air today, and plenty more of the Lions faithful expected to be joining us all afternoon long as we celebrate this Lions win against the Atlanta Falcons. 20-6 the final score in today's game, and an impressive showing in all three phases, Matt.
Yeah, really, I was very impressed with the defensive showing today. They really came out today and shut down a fantastic run offense today that has really dominated the NFL over the past 2 years. That Arthur Smith has really came over from Tennessee and extended that run success that he had there in Atlanta. Now, it's very positive showing today by the defensive front.
And a great showing, too, in the rushing game for the Lions today in comparison to weeks past. Jahmyr Gibbs having a big game also.
Yeah, really totaling 81 total yards. It was really impressive, showing what he can really do. He only pulled in one reception. You know, we'll probably see him get more involved in the passing game down the line, but I was really impressed in his cutback ability today.
And Jared Goff also fantastic. The Lions great from the start today. One of the issues coming into this game was Lions getting to the quarterback, actually making contact and taking down the quarterback. Not a problem today, and that was from the jump early on in the game. Let's take a look at one of our first key plays of the game. Benito Jones getting in on the action for the Detroit Lions. Desmond Ridder on a delayed handoff, a play action. Benito Jones gets in on it. First Lions sack of the season, and they got their second sack quicker than they got their first one. Only took one more play. On the next play, Derek Barnes, the second-year linebacker, getting in on the action. We'll take a look at that sack as well. Two impressive plays back-to-back for the Booty Cats today early on in the first quarter against the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Derek Barnes breaking away on the outside edge and getting to the quarterback. Key plays right away in the first quarter. While the Lions only got 3 points in the first quarter, they got on the scoring board in the second quarter early. That connection that's been building all season long between Jared Goff and his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. To take a look at this one, same business as usual, but different targets. As Jared Goff on the play action pass, under some pressure, absolute steel in his veins, tosses it to Sam Laporta for a big touchdown. Put the Lions up 7. That's the reaction we had too, Jared. Woo-hoo-hoo! What a touchdown for the Lions in the second quarter. And look, this was a good game overall. There's some mistakes made. Jared Goff at the end of the third quarter throwing an interception. We'll take a look at that play real quick for the Lions. This is really the only big blemish of the day for the Lions on the offensive side. He took a hit early on in the second half, and it wasn't really the same throughout the remainder of that game, but a great game nonetheless for Jared Goff. And fans down on the streets here right in front of us and on Woodward and Grand Circus Park in downtown Detroit, celebrating the Lions victory. Very happy with what they've seen out on the streets today in downtown Detroit. The Lions winning 20-6 over the Atlanta Falcons, and a really impressive showing. So here's how you can join us. Come on down to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, or join us online via Zoom, lions.mymytv.com, lions.mymytv.com. In just a few minutes, we'll get to you, the fans, start talking to you about today's impressive game for the Lions. Now 2-1 overall, going into Green Bay on a short week on Thursday. This is the Lions My Michigan TV post-game fan show. Will return after this.
The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit is your go-to spot before, during, and after Detroit Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, and Tiger games. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown on Woodward at Grand Circus Park. A short walk to the stadiums in the heart of the city. At the Detroit Sports Bar, it's always happy hour with specials always running. On game day, come and get a drink. Then head to your event with the Detroit Sports Bar, carry out cocktails and drinks. On Lion Game Day, stop in early for our live fan broadcast on My Michigan TV, YouTube, Facebook, and more. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown Detroit. The Detroit Sports Bar, where you'll have a big time and never pay a big price. More at thedetroitsportsbar.com.
Welcome back to the My Michigan TV Lions post-game fan show, mymichigantv.com, on the free My Michigan TV app for your smartphones and your smart TVs, as well as on Facebook and YouTube at My Michigan TV. Tyler Keith alongside Matt Catoni, live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit. It's on Woodward in Grand Circus Park, just a couple of blocks away from where all the action happened today at Ford Field. The Lions winning 20-6. But now it's time to get to your thoughts on the Lions this week. Joining us at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill is John. And John, originally from Scotland, but a Lions fan. Tell us about your thoughts on this week's performance for the Lions.
Yeah, I think absolutely fantastic. I think a lot of nervousness last night, guys, before the game. Certainly talking to some of my good friends, 3-point spread in that game, or 3-point line, I should say. But I was very, very confident. I thought we would come in and perform. I thought last week there was a lot of pressure after the win against KC. And I think the pressure got to us last week. We tried trick plays. We maybe didn't need to do all those kinds of things last week. And I think Campbell, learned from that this week. Taking the 3 points up front instead of trying to go for the field goal. And I just thought it was excellent all round. And just from a personal standpoint, it was my son's first game as well. So that was absolutely amazing for me today. So yeah, just a great experience, guys. And just great to be back in Detroit again, so.
Yeah, you mentioned it being your son's first game. How much does it mean that, the Lions were able to go out and get a win in your son's first game and just make it that much better of a memory?
Absolutely. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, I would have maybe laughed at you to say that we could have come down to Ford Field and even got a victory. But this is my son. I don't know if you can see him or not. Come on, Anthony.
Come on up.
Come on, buddy.
Absolutely. Let's bring him in.
Okay, let's get you up here. Okay. What did you think?
Yeah, did you like the game? Did you have fun?
Did you have fun? Okay.
Looks like a yes.
He's a little tired, but yeah, he had great fun. Okay. But yeah, no, absolutely excellent, guys. Before the season started, I was very, very confident of making the playoffs, and I think we can even make the Super Bowl this year, to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the quarterback. If Goff stays fit, I think he's an excellent quarterback. He's former #1 pick. So yeah, I'm just really, really excited about the season.
Yeah, you mentioned how quarterback is really going to be something that plays a huge role in getting to the Super Bowl. How much do you think Goff's former experience of helping lead the Rams to the Super Bowl will play a factor in helping lead this young team, hopefully to a deep run in the playoffs?
There's a lot of excitement down here, so you're going to have to repeat that last bit. So yeah.
You mentioned how important it is having a good quarterback if you want to make a run to the Super Bowl. How important do you think it is that Goff having Super Bowl experience with the Rams will play a role with, hopefully leading this young team down the playoffs?
I think it's pivotal. It's absolutely pivotal, as you say. It's quite a young team. His experience is going to be absolutely essential if we're going to get to the playoffs. And I'm hoping to the Super Bowl, gentlemen. I really, really am. So yeah. Hi. Coming back? Okay, that's my son again. So yeah.
Well, John, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the win today, and a great first win for your son.
Absolutely.
This season.
Okay, Anthony Joseph.
In Detroit.
Go Lions. Thanks,
Go Lions.
Anthony, John, thank you. Go Lions. We appreciate you joining us. We want you to join us too in downtown Detroit, Grand Circus Park on Woodward in downtown Detroit for the Lions pregame and postgame fan show. We'll take a brief break, and on the other side, plenty more of fan insight from downtown Detroit. Lions 20, the Falcons 6. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show continues next.
A message from Detroit to everybody. The adventurers, the explorers, the nomads, and the foodies, the art enthusiasts, and the music lovers. When you're ready to come, Detroit is ready to go. From shopping and museums to restaurants, parks, and more, Motown has way too much to do in just a single day. When the time is right, all this is waiting for you in Detroit. Begin planning your next trip at visitdetroit.com.
Well, what do you know? Another win for the Putty Cats. The Lions today 20-6 over the Atlanta Falcons. And a great win for the Lions today, Matt. And fans excited already on the Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. We're inside the Detroit Sports Bar, but Dave Scott just outside with some very excited fans, happy after a big win. Dave.
All right, Tyler, high energy down here like you would not believe. People fired up walking down the streets. You can see all of them coming from Ford Field right by the Detroit Sports Bar. We got Danny. We got Adam. How was it, guys?
It was a good game.
Talk about it.
We scored really quickly. Our defense played great the entire time. Better than they did last week. Our D-line actually got in there and decided to get some sacks for the game. And we kind of owned Desmond Ridder that game.
What do you think?
Yeah, Hutchinson really took a step up from last game, I think. Goff was doing really good. He only threw a one pick that wasn't really his fault. After that, forced fumble, just great energy in the place, great fans. So amazing.
What do you guys think about Brian Branch today? He seemed like he was in on every single play.
Yeah, no, Brian Branch definitely a playmaker, definitely a stud that we got from him. Definitely a steal of the draft for sure.
I think so. And they held Atlanta to, 3 points today? That was big.
Yeah. It was really impressive. Brian Branch is going to be a great guy in Detroit for a long time, I think.
All right, Tyler, just a couple of fans here. What jersey you got on?
I got a Taylor Decker jersey.
Taylor Decker, number 14.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Back to you, Tyler. I'll talk to more in a few minutes.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game for both those guys, Jared Goff and as well as Brian Branch and Aiden Hutchinson on the defensive side of the ball. Branch stood out really well to me today, Matt. He was fantastic. Getting in front of footballs, making excellent tackles, being a leader on the defensive side of the ball, and just as a rookie.
Yeah, really, he was my star of the game. He really established himself today as arguably a premier player in this league and really a young core member of this Lions team in the future. I mean, he had 11 tackles, 3 passes defense. He was really just making himself a name for himself today, and it was incredible to watch.
And what a bounce-back game, too, it was for Aiden Hutchinson. That fourth quarter, he finally broke through. He's been trying all season long, 4 quarters in game number 1, 5 in game number 2, and finally gets to the quarterback. We'll get back to that later on. Let's go back down just outside the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill to Dave Scott with another Lions fan. Dave.
All right, Tyler. Well, Lions games are a family affair. Here's a great example. Hi, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. So tell me, how was it inside of Ford Field today?
Hey, first game for this guy right here.
All right.
First game ever, man. They won it. We doing it.
First football game ever. How was it?
Very good.
Very good. That was very well said. What do you think?
I loved it. It was a great time. It was my first time too, so we had a really good time.
So you got the whole family here together to come see the Lions, and I mean, it is an exciting time. Did anything surprise you today, or anything you want to talk about?
Nothing but the price of the tickets. We're having a good time, but it's cost me $1,000 tonight, so we're having a good time.
Looks like it was worth every penny. You'll never forget today's experience. Thank you very much, guys.
Great time. Thank you.
Tyler, that says something. I mean, these fans are making a sacrifice by putting up the big bucks to be here. Sold out Ford Field right behind me, and that is a big commitment.
That is, and it's a tough ticket to get, and it's a ticket everybody wants to get because the show is on. The Lions just showed what they can do today against a pass defense that's been fantastic in week 1 and week 2. Granted, they didn't play the greatest teams in Carolina in week 1 and Green Bay in week 2, but the Lions putting up some big numbers today, and arguably the best player on the front 7 was Aiden Hutchinson. We just talked about it before that last discussion with those nice fans, that family. Aiden Hutchinson came up big for the Lions today and finally broke through in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at his big play, his first sack of the season, coming with about 6.5 minutes left in the ball game today, finally breaking through against Desmond Ridder. He gets a decent pocket, but he spins out of it, and he puts Desmond Ridder on the spin cycle too. Does the stanky leg after. His first celebration, his first sack of the season. Aiden Hutchinson getting on the board, and it didn't take much longer for him to get on the board a second time. Just before the 2-minute warning, Hutch seals the deal on the Atlanta Falcons. Again, breaking contain from the edge, breaks inside, knocks the football out, and then dives on top of it. Gets on top of the mouse in the house. And that's the final celebration. That sealed it for the Lions. Another stanky leg and another victory for the Lions, 20-6 to make themselves 2-1 on the season. Great performance from Aiden Hutchinson, and good to see him finally break through what had been hampering him all season. He's been getting those quarterback pressures. He's been getting around those double teams, but finally getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a victory lap on social media this week. You know, he's been hearing a lot from these fans that, you know, yeah, he's been playing well, getting the pressures, but we want him to get the quarterback, bring him down, get those sacks. So it was just nice today to see him finally, you know, break that threshold and get his first 2 sacks of the year. And it's going to be interesting to see how he just continues to dominate after this.
Dominant performance today, and looking to do more of the same next week on the road in Green Bay. We'll get back to your comments very soon here on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. We'll take a quick break. Before we do, tell your friends, mymichigantv.com, the My Michigan TV apps for your smartphones and smart TVs. Both are free. Unlike Lions tickets, you can always join us for free. You can also come out in person to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, Woodward and Grand Circus Park, and join us online too over Zoom. Lions.mymytv.com, lions.mymitv.com. Your Detroit Lions defeating the Atlanta Falcons today, 20-6. We'll have more of your analysis on your fan show. The My Michigan TV Lions postgame fan show continues next.
Hey, welcome to Michigan Fun, the show where we check out the state's top festivals and events.
Join host Mike Sukent as he talks with guests from all across Michigan.
How are you doing, Mike? How's everybody in fair festival land out there?
Get the inside scoop on what's happening at festivals and events across the state.
A lot of concerts and free family fun, you name it, and we have it.
Your secret's safe with us. I thought mermaids were fictitious beings.
We got everything at Pirate Festival.
I mean, this is countdown.
Countdown, only a couple of weeks away.
You guys busy there in Grand Haven?
Yeah, just a little bit.
We're hoping the weather is holding. We've called Mother Nature. I don't know if I can do much, but Mother Nature and I, we have an understanding.
I mean, people are coming to these events and these fairs and these festivals. They just want to have a good time.
It is one of those events that is so much fun.
That will be a lot of fun.
Welcome back to the My Michigan TV Lions post-game fan show, live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill on Woodward and Grand Circus Park in downtown Detroit. I'm Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Catoni and Joe, our next fan, joining us in the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill after a Lions victory 20-6 over the Atlanta Falcons. Joe, your thoughts on today's performance from the Lions?
You know, great game by the boys. Amon-Ra St. Brown killed it. Jared Goff, great throws, great short game. So yeah, good job all around. Defense, incredible.
Yeah, you mentioned how the defense was incredible today, and speaking of incredible, I mean, Brian Branch, one of the biggest rookies, a lot of anticipation around him this year. What are your thoughts on the rookie's big game today?
You know, today I think they really stepped up, and I think I'm very excited to see how they'll mature and become veterans throughout their career. But this will be a very exciting season.
Yeah, Jared Goff today, 22 for 33, 243 yards passing, a touchdown to Sam Laporta, many passes down the field to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Speak about Jared Goff, because for a lot of these fans and a lot of pundits around the Lions, he was seen as sort of a bridge quarterback. Doesn't seem like that's the case anymore.
No, I don't think so. You know, he may have had some questionable seasons and some bad years, but like I think this is it, right? Like he's had time to develop, and you know, he's got a good set of guys to support him too. So, you know, we'll see how the boys do.
Joe, before we let you go, your thoughts on the Lions this season? Where do you see them going in 2023?
So,
your thoughts on the team this year? What are your predictions for the Lions?
we're gonna get after it. Let's go Lions.
Let's go Lions indeed. Joey, appreciate you joining us. We'll keep you there for just a moment. Dave Scott's down just outside the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill with Tony, another Lions fan, on the My Michigan TV Lions postgame fan show.
All right, Tyler, I got Tony, I got Dean, a couple of great Lions fans in their jersey here. We're standing right off Woodward Avenue, Grand Circus Park behind us. People mover above us, it just went ripping by. And then Comerica Park and Ford Field. Tony, talk about today's big victory.
On Super Bowl bound, and you already know it. Everyone knows it too. I mean, look at that. No touchdowns, easy work. Easy work.
Well, let's talk about that. And, after last week, they didn't really have a good defensive performance. And then against Atlanta, 3 points, man, that was incredible.
It was incredible. The defensive line, they got the pressure on Desmond Ridder today. I'd say the offense, they got things going. Goff, he controlled the field. He did not have any great big turnovers or anything like that, but he had a good job today.
Sacks, finally. Where have the sacks been? There they are, sacks.
Do you think Aiden took a little heat from his friends and was answering that at the end of the game after that big sack?
He had to have, but he's been getting held the whole season. Finally get some quarterback pressure. Do you see what happens when he's not getting hold or they're not calling it? He's getting to the quarterback.
And do you think the Lions drafted the right running back?
Absolutely. Jahmyr Gibbs, we got David Montgomery. He's out for a couple weeks, but Gibbs, when you get him in the open field, he's going to be a big threat to the offense and everything else they play and everything. It's going to be great.
I don't think your friend over here agrees too much, but yeah, I'll hear the other opinion. Go ahead. That's what it's all about, fan show.
Not a running back. Jalen Carter, still a little bit. That needed that defense. Listen, I love Jahmyr Gibbs. Don't get me wrong.
He's doing a good job. It took him a little while to get started today, but how about those runs later in the second half?
No, he's a good running back, and I love it. I just think passing on Carter was a gamble. Maybe it pays off, maybe it doesn't.
All right, well, we'll see before it's all over, guys. Thank you very much. Big victory downtown. Good to have you here. We're here, Detroit Sports Bar, every game before and after. Head on in. Tyler, we'll head back upstairs to you.
And let's talk about that comparison, this offense for the Lions versus the offense for Atlanta this week. Big difference was the amount of yardage both teams were able to get. That's all what it's all about. The Falcons, 183 yards total offense today. The Lions surpassed that just in the passing game, 243 yards passing and 115 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, Atlanta had just 43 rushing yards, and this is a team that had been running the ball really well in those first 2 weeks, Matt.
Yeah, really, you mentioned the rushing stats, and that's something that really caught an eye for me as well. It was, coming into this game, there's a lot of comparisons. Who picked the right back? Was it Atlanta with Bijan Robinson or the Lions getting Jahmyr Gibbs? Who was going to end up with the better back? Well, today, that's not going to be, the end-all, be-all. But today, Jahmyr Gibbs looked better. On 17 carries, he had 79 yards. Meanwhile, for Bijan Robinson, he had 10 carries for only 33 yards. So going forward, we could hopefully Gibbs can expand upon this. But today, the Lions looked like they made the right pick.
This is the My Michigan TV Lions post-game fan show. It's where your comments come first. We got another one of you, the fans, on the street with Dave Scott, just outside the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill.
All right, Tyler, wind is blowing. There are Lions fans everywhere. Look at Keith. Look at all this heavy metal he's got going on here. What? You got a little bling going, my friend.
Oh, yeah, I do. Sometimes I'd rather be roughing, but it was worth coming down here today to enjoy this game. They won, and I enjoyed it.
Well, it had to be fun. Was it crazy? We haven't talked to anybody about how loud and what the atmosphere is like inside Ford Field.
It was great. Last year it seemed like I come here every year, and it seems like there's a better atmosphere this year. We're gonna do it this year. We're gonna go and make the playoffs, I think.
So I would sense that you're saying you think the Lions have turned the corner.
They are turning the corner. They got a lot of good players this year, and even with some injuries already earlier this year. But hey, man, they keep grinding. They got the grit.
All right, well, you got number 20. You got some heavy hardware going on here. Tyler, the fans, you cannot go into Ford Field now without being properly attired. In all the years I've covered and been around Lions and gone to games, I have never seen this many blue jerseys. And we noticed that on TV today. Did you notice that inside?
Absolutely.
everyone's getting into the fun. That's it from down here. Back to you, Tyler.
Yeah, go Lions indeed. A big day for the Detroit Lions. 20-6 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Not a single touchdown for the Falcons today, and a couple of field goals along the way. But the Lions were able to capitalize on their opportunities, able to capitalize also off of some of those turnovers from Atlanta, or those unsuccessful drives, and it showed today the improvement from week 2 to week 3. Hopefully that continues on as they go to week 4 into Green Bay next week. We'll take a break. More of your thoughts as the Lions fans come on down to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill from Ford Field, and you join us also from across the state of Michigan. The My Michigan TV Lions post-game fan show continues in just a moment on My Michigan TV.
Football is back, and this season, My Michigan TV is bringing you the Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Every Sunday, we'll be live at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill for pregame and postgame to discuss the top plays, latest news, upcoming matchups, and more. We want to hear from you. During the show, join us live via Zoom and give us your take. Just go to lions.mymytv.com or stop by our studio in downtown Detroit for a chance to appear live on air. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show, where your comments come first.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Welcome back. It's the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park. Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Catoni, Dave Scott also with us, and you, the fans, making their way back down from Ford Field up to wherever they are in the city of Detroit Park today, and hopefully joining us also all afternoon as we analyze today's game with the fans themselves. It's the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show where your comments come first. Thank you for joining us, mymichigantv.com, and on the free My Michigan TV apps for your smartphones and your smart TVs. You can also join us on social media, Facebook and YouTube at My Michigan TV. While you're there, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and join us for all of our original My Michigan TV programming all across the state of Michigan, including each week down here in Detroit for Lions football. Matt, the environment just gets better and better week to week with every single Lions game, and big excitement on the streets and inside after this victory today.
Yeah, you know, with each week passing, you know, it really seems like the Lions are building more and more momentum, and as they build momentum, that just, you know, the city soaks it up, and it makes the energy that much more. It just adds to it, and it's incredible, and just I can't wait to see how the city just continues to just really envelop that energy as the Lions keep on winning.
I mean, it was fantastic energy before this game, and after the game, I mean, it didn't take long. I'm not wearing a watch today, but by my calculations, maybe it was about 5 to 10 seconds before we started hearing "Let's Go Lions" chants on the road just behind us in Grand Circus Park, coming back from Ford Field. We've got a camera down there. We're seeing fans continuing to make their way back from Ford Field today and having a great time all across the city of Detroit as they celebrate a big Lions victory. 20-6 today over the Atlanta Falcons. 2 wins in 3 weeks, a very close loss in week 2. It's looking like it's going to be a fantastic season as predicted, and we're going to get more of your thoughts right now. Dave Scott down on the street with one of these fans, excited after today's win.
All right, Tyler, you know, the mask thing, there's still some people. And, you know, today, Carlos, maybe a little bit better than last week. It was just hot last week. Yeah. But you're still fired up about the mask idea.
Yeah, I'm still fired up about the mask thing, man, because you feel me, like CJ said, we villains, man, and we just lost him for the season, so we gonna hold it down. He was holding it down for us to change the coaches, so we gonna, for this football stuff, so we're gonna change it. We're gonna hold it down, and we still gonna have the masks, man.
So is it support for him given his injury, or just because he thought it was a good idea?
Yeah, I figure it was a good idea. It was like one of the best ideas for real, man. Because as far as this Lions team, man, all the the extra stuff we went through and all losing and getting cheated by the rest. So yeah, we here, man. We feel me? We're gonna rock the mask. We're gonna rock these masks all the way into the end of the season, into the playoff games. Because we here, man.
Tyler, a man who really has plenty of words for us, no absence of ideas. And my friend, thank you so much. You already put the app on the phone, man, and you're watching. All right. All right. That was easy, right?
Yeah, it was easy, man. Real easy, man. Now we got to go to Green Bay and Lambeau and get one.
All right.
We come out with the win and everything will be, we'll be starting the season good, 3-1.
All right, I feel it. Thank you very much. Very good. Take care, man. Let's go.
Go Lions indeed. Carlos down the street with Dave Scott. And we want to talk about an easy win today. It's as easy as it is to download the My Michigan TV app. Go on your smartphone, go on your smart TV after the show today, or tell your friends if they're looking for some post-game content to download the free My Michigan TV app. Go to your app store of choice, whether it's Google Play or it's the Android App Store or it's the Apple App Store or Roku TV, whatever you get your content from, your apps from. Search My Michigan TV. You can download it for free. You can sign up for free. You get content from across the state of Michigan, including Lions content before and after the game on the My Michigan TV pregame and postgame fan show. Another great place to keep up to date with us is on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, both at My Michigan TV. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, more of your comments on the big Lions win today, 20-6 over the Atlanta Falcons. Stay tuned. The My Michigan TV post-game fan show continues after this.
The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit is your go-to spot before, during, and after Detroit Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, and Tiger games. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown on Woodward at Grand Circus Park, a short walk to the stadiums in the heart of the city. At the Detroit Sports Bar, it's always happy hour with specials always running. On game day, come and get a drink. Then head to your event with the Detroit Sports Bar, carry out cocktails and drinks. On Lion Game Day, stop in early for our live fan broadcast on My Michigan TV, YouTube, Facebook, and more. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown Detroit. The Detroit Sports Bar, where you'll have a big time and never pay a big price. More at thedetroitsportsbar.com.
Place to be after each and every week of Lions football is My Michigan TV and the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit for the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. You can also join us from the comfort of your own home, lions.mymytv.com, lions.mymytv.com, the place to go to join us from the comfort of your home and all around the world every single week, or come on down to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. We got a fan with us right next to us at the table at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. Introduce yourself and tell us your thoughts on this week's game, sir.
Pardon?
What are your thoughts on this week's game?
Well, let me tell you a little something. I came from Georgia to watch this game. I live 1.5 miles from the Atlanta training facility in Flowery Branch. I've been a Lions fan since '63. When I was 8 years old, my dad took me to Tiger Stadium. I've been a fan ever since, and I come, I watch every game down there. I try to take in one road game every year. When I heard Atlanta was playing them in here, Detroit, I had to come and do it. So we're exhilarated, me and my wife, and This was a good win.
Yeah, you mentioned how you've been a Lions fan that's lived in Atlanta for, decades at this point.
Well, so since '89.
Yeah, so you really have to be familiar with even the whole Deion Sanders, Barry Sanders debate, who made the right pick, and how Deion Sanders liked to say the Lions got the right Sanders for them. Similar now, we have the Gibbs versus Bijan Robinson debate. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like the Lions ended up with the right running back in this scenario as well?
I do, and we go to draft day and we watch all the time, and we were hoping for him, me and the guys that live down there. I got a couple other buddies that are up here, so we've been hoping for this, and we think the Gibbs move was a good move.
And as a fan of the Lions, the fan experience has changed as much as the team has over the last couple of years. What's it been like for you to come back into Detroit, to watch your favorite team play with a rabid fan base that's been so excited to have a good team for all these years?
It's good to see that this is happening. I've come up here before, and I used to have to tell them all, "You're still a Lions fan?" Hell yeah, I am. I was there when it was 0-16 at a bar in Houston. I was the only one in there, but I was still rooting them on. So I think it's great. And I love the excitement here in Detroit right now.
It's a fantastic place to enjoy football. It's a great sports town. We appreciate you joining us. And go Lions.
What was that?
We said we appreciate you joining us, and go Lions.
Let's go Lions, man.
Coming
have a wonderful
all the
day.
way from Atlanta to enjoy this game today. We appreciate you joining us on the Lions My Michigan TV post-game fan show. You can join us also online, lions.mymytv.com, lions.mymytv.com. If you want to join us from home, or come on down to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill and join us inside on the top floor of the bar, or even just outside before you come in and enjoy maybe an adult beverage or some great food after the game. Dave's got one of those fans with him right outside. Dave Scott.
Actually, I'm downstairs in the bar. The bar's right behind me. We're here hanging out.
Even better.
It's a little crowded down here. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Tell everybody your name and who you are and where you're from.
My name is Lisa, and I live in this building.
Lisa lives here. We've gotten to know her from our last couple of games out here. Lisa, just talk about the buzz. You live here in downtown Detroit. Talk about the buzz going on in the city right now over the Lions.
This is pole position. We live in an area where everybody is congregating here, and it's so much fun. I love it.
Well, and it's got to be great because the energy level, I'm sure, on these Sundays is a little bit higher than your typical day.
Which I never thought I would like Sundays so much.
You're having fun?
Just having such a great time.
Are you a Lions fan?
Hell yes.
Hell yes. Well, there you go. So Lions 2-1. Excited about that?
Can I swear?
No.
Hell yes.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Tyler from downstairs, we're going to give it one big house. One final thing. You were at the Michigan game yesterday, right? In the big house.
The Michigan game yesterday. Go Blue.
All right. Back up to you, Tyler.
All right, well, Dave, we appreciate that, and good to see fans inside the bar on the first floor. We're back up on the second floor with Maria and Drew joining us on the My Michigan TV Lions post-game fan show. Maria, Drew, how's the experience been today to have the Lions come back to their second consecutive home game? Tough on us last week, but a big, exciting comeback this week, too.
How was the Lions game?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I haven't been to Ford Field since 2019, so I feel like the atmosphere was a lot different. It was very loud, and obviously, like, getting a Lions win, that was unreal. I had a lot of fun, so.
It was a loud environment. I enjoyed it. It was my first time in Ford Field, so it was a great time. Sad to see my home team lose, but the Lions win is always a good day for everyone. That's for sure.
And you know what? Your shirt says it all. I just want both teams to have fun. Look, it looked like both teams had fun out there, Drew.
It seemed like both teams had fun today. I can tell you that.
Hey, both teams 2-1, having a good season, off to a good start, and being in that stadium with those fans and it being so loud. How did that add to the experience for both of you?
Oh, there's something special going on in Detroit right now. If you're not on the bandwagon, hop on it now. It is a good time to be a Detroit sports fan. The energy was impeccable.
I feel like we've had so many years of like deception and like sadness and loss that I feel like now it's finally going back up. And I feel like you said, like, you got to get on the bandwagon like early and get on it right now, because we might not go to the Super Bowl, but I feel like we might win the NFC North.
Hey, nothing's out of the table. Nothing's out of the table.
Listen,
I do feel like the NFC North is like achievable.
it is.
That's what I'm saying.
It definitely is, and it looks good so far. And if they take care of business next week in Green Bay, all the more chances. Nobody parties like the city of Detroit. Nobody parties like Detroit sports fans, especially when we're the villains. Hold that up. You got the mask with you, Drew. Hold that mask up and show us your villain mask. There it is. Drew and Maria, ready to be villains, having a great time in downtown Detroit, and we thank them for being with us. Just a moment. We'll keep you there for just a few more seconds. As we tell you, you can always join us on lions.mymytv.com over Zoom. Join us from home. Join us from across the city of Detroit and all around the world. Lions.mymytv.com. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show returns after this.
The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit is your go-to spot before, during, and after Detroit Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, and Tiger games. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown on Woodward at Grand Circus Park, a short walk to the stadiums in the heart of the city. At the Detroit Sports Bar, it's always happy hour with specials always running. On game day, come and get a drink. Then head to your event with the Detroit Sports Bar, carry out cocktails and drinks. On Lion Game Day, stop in early for our live fan broadcast on My Michigan TV, YouTube, Facebook, and more. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown Detroit. The Detroit Sports Bar, where you'll have a big time and never pay a big price. More at thedetroitsportsbar.com.
Welcome back. It's the My Michigan TV Lions post-game fan show. MyMichiganTV.com on the My Michigan TV app for your smartphones and your smart TVs, all for free. And online on Facebook and on YouTube at My Michigan TV. Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Gattoni and Dave Scott down on the streets right outside the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, where we call home each and every week.
All right, Tyler, it's quite a scene down here. Everybody in very, very good spirits. Who do we have here? What's your name?
Spencer Sharp.
Spencer, and you?
Blair Califu.
All right, Blair.
Maddie.
Maddie, I noticed Maddie first, you guys, and then you got other people back here. Matt, what's your name?
Mac.
Hey, Mac. So, Maddie, is this a Matt Stafford jersey?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You miss him?
Not really. Jared Goff is doing great.
We love golf. We love golf.
You know, we kind of evolved on that issue, didn't we, a little bit, guys? Talk about it.
We've moved on. I mean, Stafford did his thing. He got a Super Bowl, but, hey, Goff is balling out, and we love Goff.
So, talk about today's game. A little concern coming in after last week?
No, I thought we were going to, make a huge, win, a bounce-back thing and play good. The offense went good. Sam Laporta is the truth. He's the future. Awesome.
Weird game.
And Jared go off. That's trademark. Played great, so let's go. Lions, huge win. We love it.
I like that. Jared go off. And so is that the new? Is that what we're saying now? Tyler, do you get that? Jared go off. I kind of like that. So obviously, Tyler, everyone's really quite happy here. Anybody notice Brian Branch having a good day?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. BB is popping off. BB was like around the ball but every single play. Great job. We love you, Brian. Welcome to Detroit.
All right, you guys, I heard there are beers in there. So why don't you go have a drink? Tyler, back up to you.
I can confirm there are beers in here. I've not partaken myself today, but if I could, I would, because these beers and all the other drinks at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, very affordable price, a celebratory price after Lions' 20-6 victory over the Atlanta Falcons at home at Ford Field. Joining us now up with us is Vince on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Vince, a big win today for the Lions, really showing what they were made of. A big win for the Lions today, Vince, showing what they were made of. Your thoughts on today's game?
It was an amazing game. I loved it. They've showed their defense because their defense has been slacking. They played awesome in offense. It was a great game.
Yeah, and now really with the huge game coming up on Thursday against the Packers, how important is it really for the defense to carry over the success that they had today?
Very important. We need to win this game against Green Bay, absolutely, because Green Bay is our competitive, a rival, and they won today. They came back behind and won. We got to beat them. We have to beat them. We have to. Have to. We go Lions!
Go Lions. Vince, we appreciate you joining us. But before we let you go, it's been an exciting week for the Lions. Jared Goff, another excellent game. And let's talk about those rookies, too. Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branch, all stepping up.
I love Laporta. I have Gibbs in my fantasy and Laporta. And Branch is doing an amazing job. I love it. It's awesome. I love how we drafted. It's so exciting. It's amazing. We're promising. Lions are promising for sure.
Yeah, so really with the addition of all these rookies, that really just adding to the talent that was already available on the roster, what do you really think is the potential that this team can reach this year?
We can definitely win a playoff game, make it a playoff game. Next year or two, we definitely can. We can win it all. We can do it. We can do it for real. We can for sure. Go Lions! I love it.
Go Lions, Vince. We appreciate you joining us. We'll keep you there for 10 more seconds. As we tell you, you can join us too in person at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill or online over Zoom. Lions.mymytv.com, Lions.mymytv.com each and every week. Join us via Zoom from home, from downtown Detroit, from all over the world. Join us in Singapore, you Lions fans. Lions.mymytv.com. The best place to join us in downtown Detroit after each and every Lions game is the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park. A fantastic environment for Lions fans, for Falcons fans, for Seahawks fans, or fans of any sports team that just love to watch the Detroit Lions. Plus, you get to talk to the friendly folks here at My Michigan TV on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. We'll take a break. More of your comments coming up next on My Michigan TV.
A message from Detroit to everybody. The adventurers, the explorers, the nomads, and the foodies, the art enthusiasts, and the music lovers. When you're ready to come, Detroit is ready to go. From shopping and museums to restaurants, parks, and more, Motown has way too much to do in just a single day. When the time is right, all this is waiting for you in Detroit. Begin planning your next trip at visitdetroit.com.
Football is back, and this season, My Michigan TV is bringing you the Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Every Sunday, we'll be live at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill for pregame and postgame to discuss the top plays, latest news, upcoming matchups, and more. We want to hear from you. During the show, join us live via Zoom and give us your take. Just go to lions.mymytv.com or stop by our studio in downtown Detroit for a chance to appear live on air. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show, where your comments come first.
Welcome back. It's the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park. Join us before and after every Lions game to talk with you, the fans, about your Detroit Lions. I'm Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Catoni. We have Dave Scott also with our team outside and inside on the ground floor at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. An exciting day in downtown Detroit, Dave.
No question about it, Tyler. And we've, from time to time, we got huge crowds here right now. Still some people making their way out of the game here, and a lot of them seem to be spending a lot of time in downtown Detroit here at the Detroit Sports Bar and other establishments. Absolutely incredible. Just an observation from talking to the fans here, and I'd love to hear your feedback and Matt's feedback on it. People coming out extremely positive, yet the Lions have not really had a great game this year. Offensively, they seem to struggle an awful lot today. And sure, we're all happy. Sure, they came up with a big victory. But there is still a lot of work to be done, and I'd like your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the rushing game was a little bit underwhelming. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs, 80 yards rushing today. That's fantastic in comparison to the last couple of weeks where he's had 17 yards in week 2, 42 yards in week 1. But it took 17 carries to make that happen for him. And it doesn't help that the O-line is banged up. So that rushing game could really open up that pass game that much more. And you know, you got to rely on Jared Goff. You're relying on Jared Goff a lot right now to make big plays. And when he takes big hits or when those opportunities aren't there, all of a sudden that offense can go dead. And Matt, against another team that's got a better pass defense, that has a better pass rush than Atlanta, that could be really problematic.
Yeah, really, the offensive line has done a decent enough job so far this year of protecting Goff and really providing decent run support in the run game. But really next week is huge. Rashawn Gary had a big game today for the Packers. That defensive front is phenomenal. They have Jair Alexander in the secondary, so it's going to be important that the offensive line is on its A game on Thursday.
And then, guys, how big of a deal is it the Lions going on the road, and then they have such a short week and still a number of injuries to deal with?
Yeah, that's a huge issue because not only have you not had David Montgomery this week, you've lost a couple of big players for the season in James Houston and in C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You had not one but two offensive linemen go down today. Your backup offensive lineman with Vaitai out this week. Nelson went down. Then you had Dan Skipper also get injured in this game too. And so that interior offensive line position, Matt, it's so important, especially if you want to open up that run game, that this short week definitely not a help in this situation as the Lions go into NFC North play in Green Bay.
Yeah, really, it's going to be key to see how this offensive line health progresses, especially Taylor Decker. Getting him back would be huge off the edge. But really, if we don't see the offensive line really improve that much in health and the Lions are forced to play with backups, we're going to be forced to see Jared Goff really take a lot of passing attempts and shoulder a lot of the responsibility of the offense on Thursday.
Yeah, perhaps recovery is going to be an even bigger focus this week, Dave, than it's been in weeks past because they play on a Thursday night. They're going into unfriendly territory in Green Bay. But if there's one thing the Lions have shown this season, they're not afraid of the spotlight. They're not afraid of the big game, and they're going to go into that confidently.
Was that for me, Tyler?
That was for you, Dave.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know, it's kind of distracting down here because it's really, really nice. And then people they see me on TV, but they go, could you show me the directions to so-and-so? And they're asking me other questions. So I'm trying to be polite here and at the same time forget that I'm on TV. So what was your question?
We were talking about the short week and maybe perhaps the focus goes into more of a recovery focus than necessarily X's and O's for a lot of these players, especially on the offensive line that got really banged up today and over the last couple weeks.
Well, I think if you're Dan Campbell, you rip out that word that is emblazed on T-shirts, and I've seen a lot of them here today, grit. You know, it's like second man up. It's grit. This is why the Lions, I think, have benefited from the draft. They built the team stronger and deeper than ever before. And this is just part of life in the NFL. I mean, look at what happened to Aaron Rodgers. You know, who would have thought that was going to happen, right? So, and then you should have, well, you heard it. I was sitting right next to you here during the game at the Detroit Sports Bar. And that one play when Goff went down hard, and everyone's going, no! You know, so, listen, injuries are part of the game. Lions are beat up, but I don't know that we're necessarily beat up any worse than any other team might be at some other point during the season.
Dave, I think you got the best replacement for the offensive line behind you. A guy flexing in that shot, just walking past you right there.
Okay.
You just missed him.
No,
he was already. He's like, hey, you want to talk about grit? You want to back up a lineman? Here I am. Let's bring him into the fold. That just shows the energy still. Even, almost a half hour now plus after the end of the game today between the Lions and the Falcons. And that's what we're all about here at the My Michigan TV pregame and postgame fan show. It's getting your thoughts on your favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Your comments come first on the My Michigan TV pregame and postgame fan show. We invite you to join us after and before each Lions game, mymichigantv.com. That's the best place to go to learn more information, learn about all the different places you can find our free apps for your smart TVs, and for these puppies, your smartphones, all throughout the week and all throughout the year, mymichigantv.com. MyMichiganTV.com. If you can't make it down to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill each and every week to talk to us about the Detroit Lions, you can join us online over Zoom as well. Lions.mymitv.com. Lions.mymitv.com, the place to go to join us from the comfort of your own home after each and every Lions win, loss, home game, road game, whenever you want to talk about the Detroit Lions. We'll take a break on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show and get more of your thoughts coming up next.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Football is back, and this season, My Michigan TV is bringing you the Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Every Sunday, we'll be live at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill for pregame and postgame to discuss the top plays, latest news, upcoming matchups, and more. We want to hear from you. During the show, join us live via Zoom and give us your take. Just go to lions.mymitv.com or stop by our studio in downtown Detroit for a chance to appear live on air. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show, where your comments come first.
Welcome back to the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit. Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Gattoni and Dave Scott also with us on the ground floor at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill and outside. Dave.
I had to check all these guys' IDs, Tyler, so we're going to stay outside of the bar right now. But how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, what's your name?
Tommy Ronaldo.
Hey, Tommy, I'll get to your buddies here in a minute. We'll talk about today's game.
We came out really slow at first, and then they started going crazy. We started going crazy. We started hyping them up, and, the rest is history.
All right, do you think the fans had an impact on the game today? We couldn't really tell. I mean, it was loud coming over TV, but what was it like inside of Ford Field?
I mean, on defense, we're getting hype, and then on offense, we're letting them do their thing. Quiet, you guys can do it, and they did it. They came out with the W, and that's all we can ask for.
All right, Tyler, so the fans know when to cheer and when not to cheer, obviously. Hi, what's your name?
Braxton Edwards.
Hey, Braxton, come on over here, Braxton. Let's get you right in the shot. Okay, cool. So, big Lions fan?
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right, who's your favorite player?
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, so let's talk about him then for a minute. He had that plate on his foot today, but he seemed to play through it, but he did drop a pass or two. Usually doesn't do. Talk about his play today.
I mean, he played great. Didn't have a touchdown, had a couple receptions for a lot of yards, I know that, but he played great.
Would you say that, we talk about the Lions and grit. Would you apply that to St. Brown, especially today, knowing how his toe was all messed up?
Playing through that injury, yeah, he showed a lot of grit.
All right, so any other comments about the Lions?
They did good today.
All right, guys. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. They don't have ID, Tyler, but it doesn't matter. We want their comments. That's why we're here on the sidewalk at the Detroit Sports Bar back with you.
Hey, it's a great program for all ages, family friendly, and nothing more friendly than the Detroit Lions fans in downtown Detroit. After a Lions victory, Lions beating the Atlanta Falcons today by a score of 20-6. You can join us before and after every Lions game on My Michigan TV, mymichigantv.com. Search My Michigan TV on your favorite smartphone and smart TV app stores. You can also find us on social media on Facebook and YouTube at My Michigan TV. In addition, you can join us over Zoom, lions.mymitv.com. That is lions.mymitv.com. Each and every week, it's the My Michigan TV fan show where your comments come first. We're going to take a break. On the other side, we'll talk to even more fans in downtown Detroit at the fantastic Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. The My Michigan TV Lions postgame fan show continues next.
The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit is your go-to spot before, during, and after Detroit Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, and Tiger games. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown on Woodward at Grand Circus Park, a short walk to the stadiums in the heart of the city. At the Detroit Sports Bar, it's always happy hour with specials always running. On game day, come and get a drink. Then head to your event with the Detroit Sports Bar, carry out cocktails and drinks. On Lion Game Day, stop in early for our live fan broadcast on My Michigan TV, YouTube, Facebook, and more. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown Detroit. The Detroit Sports Bar, where you'll have a big time and never pay a big price. More at thedetroitsportsbar.com.
Welcome back to the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show, where your comments come first. I'm Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Catoni. Dave Scott also with us at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit. Come on down and join us throughout the Lions season after each and every game to talk about Lions football at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park in downtown Detroit. That's exactly what Dee and Kyle, joining us now, have done today on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Dee, Kyle, an exciting win for the Lions today against the Atlanta Falcons. Your thoughts on today's ball game?
Oh, it was amazing to see them. I liked what we saw. I think we're going to have some great games in the future, and I'm hoping to see a win every week.
Yeah, you're hoping to see a win every week, like you said. So what are you hoping to see on Thursday night, with it being such a key game that could really have huge implications in the division with Green Bay?
Oh, being a division game, we just have to come out and make some good plays and just really kick some butt and put some points on the board, and hopefully we could come out with a victory at the end of the game.
Yeah, really. And how important do you think Jared Goff is really going to be in playing a role in getting that win in Green Bay? He's played in huge games there before, playing in a playoff game there without Cooper Kupp and a broken hand himself in L.A. So really, do you think he's going to be able to come through and get a win in Green Bay?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I have full confidence in Jared Goff. I think he's just got to play smart, play level-headed. And unfortunately, we saw that one interception a couple weeks ago. And today. Hopefully, we just limit those turnovers and get some touchdowns on the board and show some Green Bay how the Lions like to roll.
And the fan experience, I'd imagine, being out there, being at Ford Field, being around Lions fans in downtown Detroit, that's got to add to the fun of Sundays in Detroit for both of you. What's the fan experience been like for you two?
I've had season tickets for 14 years, and I am so excited that Detroit is finally able to capitalize on that. And we're actually seeing what Detroit has to offer. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you said you had season tickets for 14 years. Obviously, I've always remembered the Lions, even when the Lions suck, they sell out, they still have people in the seats. So what's the biggest difference in the stadium now that you notice as compared to back then when they were bad and still would sell out games?
I don't want to say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. It's so exciting. It's so fun to see everybody energized again about Detroit and about the Lions. I mean, I saw Barry play, and he was phenomenal, and it was emotional almost. But this is almost at that same level.
Lions fans believe, they have a reason to believe now, and after this game, a lot of good in this game, but also a lot to be hopeful for going forward. A very big challenge coming up this week as the Lions take on the Green Bay Packers. Dee, Kyle, thank you both for being with us. All right, we'll keep you both there for just a moment and remind you that you can always join us on the Lions MyMyTV pregame and postgame fan show, lions.mymytv.com. That's lions.mymytv.com for even more on the Detroit Lions all throughout the season. We'll take a break on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. More of your comments on your favorite team coming up next.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Michigan Fun, the show where we check out the state's top festivals and events.
Join host Mike Sukent as he talks with guests from all across Michigan.
How are you doing, Mike? How's everybody
in Fair Festival land out there.
Get the inside scoop on what's happening at festivals and events across the state.
A lot of concerts and free family fun, you name it, and we have it.
Your secret's safe with us. I thought mermaids were fictitious beings.
We got everything at Pirate Festival.
I mean, this is countdown.
Countdown only a couple of weeks away.
You guys busy there in Grand Haven?
Yeah, just a little bit. We're hoping the weather is holding. We've called Mother Nature. I don't know if I can do much, but Mother Nature and I, we have an understanding.
I mean, people are coming to these events and these fairs and these festivals. They just want to have a good time.
It is one of those events that is so much fun.
That will be a lot of fun.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show live from the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, Woodward Avenue and Grand Circus Park. Join us before and after every Lions game and give us your thoughts on the Detroit Lions all throughout the 2023 season. I'm Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Gattoni. Dave Scott also with us and with you, the fans, in downtown Detroit, just outside of the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. Dave.
All right, Tyler, sun just came out. It's beautiful here. How's it going, guys?
Doing very well. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing fantastic. 97 Hutchinson fan?
Yes, sir.
So talk a little bit about his game today.
Oh, he was flying around everywhere. He did a great job pressuring QB today, really moving around the line. 2 sacks today. I swore he got a third. He didn't get credited for it. I swore he got a third.
Tyler, was there a third Hutchinson sack that fell off the score sheet somehow?
It's possible. I'd have to look back through the game film again. I definitely saw the two he was credited for, but this third one, I don't know. I've got to look through that. I've got to look back at the tape.
You know, 2 or 3 doesn't really matter. Tell everybody your name, by the way.
My name is Alex.
All right, Alex, 2 or 3 doesn't really matter. Because the thing I saw, I don't know what you think, Tyler. We'll see what these guys think. Thing I saw is that he was creating all kinds of pressure, and even if he didn't come up with a hit of a sack, they were running away from him into the arms of the other guys.
Desmond Ridder was scared. He was scared running around. Aiden put so much pressure on him. They did a phenomenal job. Brian Branch was flying everywhere. 11 tackles today. It was crazy.
Well, that's what I saw. And what do you think about Branch?
Oh, my gosh. Steal of the draft, Brian Branch. Let me tell you, I cannot believe that all these teams passed on Brian Branch. He's a top 10 pick, and he's playing like it. He led our team in tackles today, was the best player on the field all night on the defensive end. Fantastic play.
And Tyler, you know, when you have somebody step up when the defense is really in trouble and we got other injuries, that is a huge indicator of somebody that's going to be valuable. And yet he was the next man up, right?
Man up, yeah. C.J. Gardner-Johnson goes down. Everyone's like, oh, my gosh, what are the Lions going to do? Best secondary players out. Brian Branch stepped up, took the torch and ran with it. It was fantastic.
And you know what was even more amazing is, let's be honest, the defense against Seattle did not have a good game last week. And so all the injuries, and now look what happened tonight, holding Atlanta to 3 points. Your thoughts?
It's amazing. And we needed it. That was the biggest question. Everybody was wondering, you know, where was the defense standing? Where were we going to be at after such a... I went to the game last week. It was a rough watch, but it was a blast all the way through. And you know, it got to the point where their defense really stood on their heads today and did a great job.
I kind of feel everyone is a little bit more positive today.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we were saying. We were walking up here. Just a beautiful day to be in Detroit today. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone knows it's just such a wonderful day when the Lions win. Everyone's in such a good mood. It's fantastic.
All right, Tyler, both these guys are from Traverse City. And Traverse City, if you could throw a stone farther than anybody could throw a stone, you could throw it right across Lake Michigan and hit Green Bay. So, and there are plenty of Packer fans up in your part of the world, especially the Yoopers. So talk about Thursday night.
Yeah, we really need this one. We need this one. They beat Saints, right?
By 1 point today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they beat the Saints here. We need to get that dub tomorrow or on Thursday for.
You know, coming into the season, everybody said, and we'll wrap it up here in a minute, but coming into the season, everybody said, no, Lions definitely picked to win the division. You thinking anything different now?
You know, I'm not thinking anything different, but I hate when like my favorite teams are the betting favorites. I like being the underdog, right? Because when everyone wants to bet on the Lions, it kind of alters your mentality, okay, a little bit. You don't play as well, all those things. Now, I still think they are the favorite, but I like being the underdog. You know what I mean? I like going under the radar.
See, we're both 25. We're 25 years old, so we've never seen anything like this for the Lions. I've never been able to experience the hype around a Lions team this way. So,
dude, I'm 64 and I've never seen anything like this for the Lions. Let's be honest.
That's fantastic. No, it's true though. It's kind of like a I'll believe it when I see it type of thing with the Lions. It always is. It always is.
All right, you guys. You were great. Come on back next week. All right, come on out. We're going to be here. All right, install the app on your telephone, on your TV. Tyler, see, that's why we need to do a fan show and not just put another pundit show on TV, right?
Yeah, it's great to get the fans' opinions because Lions fans love football. They do their research, too. They know what's going on in the NFL. They know the information just as well as the pundits, and they bring it to you right there. Talking about Brian Branch as a first-round talent going high in the draft, and you know what? They give us the analysis and they give us the dancing, too. We just saw that right behind you, Dave.
Someone was dancing behind me?
Yeah, it was them.
Oh,
same two guys.
I missed it. Well, you guys were dancing? Woo! And listen, everyone is dancing down here. Very positive day here. And, big turnaround after that very disappointing loss. Tyler, back to you.
Yeah, you talked about that defense. You talked about that defense last week not being on its A game, Dave. Today, 7 sacks, 7 pass breakups, 8 quarterback hits, 11 tackles for a loss, not a touchdown allowed, and no rushing play longer than 11 yards. That's from Jim Costa on the Detroit Lions radio network. And Matt, it really was a tale of 1 week between these 2 games. The Lions defense last week not at their best, and this week fantastic, the best we've seen them arguably all season.
Yeah, really coming into today, it was really something interesting to focus on. How was the defense going to step up after, struggling against a team that they've struggled against the past few seasons in the Seahawks, and then coming in and playing one of the top rushing offenses in Atlanta. They got the job done today. They shut down one of the top rushing offenses. Now they're going to have to keep up that momentum on Thursday when they go and play one of the best running back duos in Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon.
A very big game ahead for the Detroit Lions. Already heard some of your thoughts on that big upcoming game, big implications for the season. We'll hear more of those thoughts later on in the program as well. It's My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. You can always join us before and after Lions games at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, Woodward Avenue and Grand Circus Park. And you can also join us online from the comfort of your home and all around the world. Lions.mymytv.com, Lions.mymytv.com. We'll come back with more next on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Football is back, and this season, My Michigan TV is bringing you the Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Every Sunday, we'll be live at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill for pregame and postgame to discuss the top plays, latest news, upcoming matchups, and more. We want to hear from you. During the show, join us live via Zoom and give us your take. Just go to lions.mymytv.com or stop by our studio in downtown Detroit for a chance to appear live on air. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show, where your comments come first.
Welcome back to the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show live at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit. I'm Tyler Keefe alongside Matt Gattoni. You, the fans, can join us every single week at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill before the Lions play on Sundays, on Thursdays, on Mondays, whenever they are across the football season, as well as after the game, too. A great place to stop by after every football game. A fantastic environment with a lot of Lions fans. Great food, great drinks at an affordable price. price as well. The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park in downtown Detroit. Got joined by another couple of Lions fans now. A big win for the Lions today against the Atlanta Falcons and bouncing back from last week. Your thoughts after last week and then this performance against the Falcons today?
Well, we were all hoping that last week we were going to win for sure, but I think this is a really good bounce back. The crowd in the stadium was electric. As you can tell, I've lost my voice a little bit. We were all screaming our asses off in there. It was a really good vibe in there.
Yeah, I know what he said. Big defensive performance. Defense stepped it up. Super loud crowd, super pumped. Atmosphere was insane. Yeah, great hard win.
Yeah, you mentioned that the defense stepped up today and dominated, and the crowd atmosphere was great. Do you think the crowd atmosphere had anything to do with stopping this incredible run offense that the Falcons have?
Oh yeah, definitely. We were sitting behind one of the end zones, and anytime they were backed up, immediate noise. They couldn't hear anything. Hutchinson had 2 sacks in our end zone. Definitely the last one. Yeah, it was huge noise.
Yeah. I think anyone that's been watching the Lions for a while can tell this year's defense is 3 steps above last year and even the year before. I mean, the defense has really stepped it up, and I think that's going to extend our team to the next level where we need to be.
The team totaled 7 sacks today, and do you think they're going to be able to maintain that momentum and get after Jordan Love on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm a little worried that we lost C.J. Gardner. I think he's a big heart for our defense, and going forward, I think we'll be fine without him, but I think he brought that heart, and I think our defense this week kind of proved that, we're a team without him, but yeah, we'll be all right.
So you're wearing the Lions 88. A season ago, that was T.J. Hawkinson, of course, traded away to the Minnesota Vikings. And there was a big debate last season. Do you keep T.J. Hawkinson and pay him, or do you trade him away and maybe try to fill that position through free agency in the draft? Seeing what you've seen so far this season, especially today from Sam Laporta, do you believe the Lions made the right move?
I got Laporta on my fantasy team. Dude, we are fine. I got a Hawkinson jersey on, but we are fine without Hawkinson. Laporta is our man. He's legit.
Yeah, no, I don't have it on fantasy, unfortunately, but I wish I did.
Yeah, and he's been fantastic. A touchdown today for the Lions. Been one of the key receivers for Jared Goff all season long, and looking to have a big season in his first year in the NFL out of Iowa. Sam Laporta, one of the best players for the Lions today. We appreciate both of you joining us. We'll keep you there for about 10 more seconds. As we let you know, you can always join us down at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill before and after every Lions game. Also, you can join us online via Zoom, lions.mymytv.com, lions.mymytv.com. We'll go back now down to the street with Dave Scott and another set of Lions fans. Dave.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Different view now. We've been looking down towards Comerica Park. Now most of those people are done. So behind me, the iconic Woodward Avenue in all of its splendor and glory. People out here in front of the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. They're dining, and a bunch of fans are going to talk to in a minute. The construction of the new tower here in downtown Detroit behind us. So a little glimpse of what you're missing if you're not here in downtown Detroit. Big thing, though, you're missing is an amazing football game. The Lions go 2-1 today, beating Atlanta, and Atlanta only got 3 points. Hey, we got some more fans, so rather than hear from me, let's hear from them. Who do we got?
I'm Dante.
All right.
Luca.
Brandon.
Gabrielle. I'm Sheridan.
Dewey. All right, Dewey. Dewey, who knows more about the Lions than anybody in this group? Dewey. She said Dewey. Okay. All right, I'll start. We'll all mix it up. Dewey, talk about today's game. Everybody, come on up here and then tell everybody at home. So, were you over there at Ford Field?
No, we were sitting over here at the Detroit Sports Bar.
Yeah, well, that's all you need.
In the game. I mean, you can't beat the environment, though, in Ford Field. That is incredible.
So what were you able to glean about this victory? Were you worried about the Lions today after losing to Seattle with all the injuries?
Never. Not at all. I knew this was going to be a comeback. They were ready. They were ready to go.
Different.
And I'm going to shout out all the Hogs. That O-line and D-line were phenomenal today. They were pressuring them all game. O-line was moving them back. We got our line of scrimmage back. Able to run the ball. Goff, amazing as always. And gotta love Amon-Ra. He's amazing as well.
All right, what were you saying? I said we had the momentum the whole game. That's all I could say, bro. They were somewhere looking lost.
Well, and I don't know what you guys think. It seemed to be the defense that was ruling the day today. What do you think?
Man, Hutchinson had those 2 sacks. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, the defense always comes up clutch when we need them.
But you talk about the O-line, and with all the injuries, were you surprised that they did so well today?
No, I know they have depth at the O-line position, so that's always a great thing to have. So I love that they can have that and still move the ball efficiently.
You know, the one thing that I thought was pretty amazing here, you guys, you girls are having, just come on in here. You're going to move around. Come on in here. So the one thing that I thought was really amazing, just in talking to all these fans and to wrap up here, is that everyone has such positive thoughts about the Lions. And that is a dramatic change. I mean, we've been in some dark years. So what do you think about that?
Man, honestly, I don't even watch that much football, but it's just great to see them coming up on the outs, man, you know?
What do you think?
The fans have always been loyal here in Detroit, not even just with the Lions, but all the sports teams, and I love to see it.
Die hard.
Die hard Lions. You see it here first.
Hey, guys, what do you think? I mean, the fans seem to be behind the team.
I think the fans make the team. You know, when the fans have a lot of energy, then the team's going to have a lot of energy, and they take that into training camp and into the season as well.
All right, so if you've been watching this at home, this is what you're going to get to enjoy when you come down to the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill for all the games and watch our broadcast. Tyler, back to you.
Appreciate it, Dave, and appreciate the Lions fans joining us each and every week on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Got another fan with us, not a fan of the Detroit Lions, but rather of the Atlanta Falcons, and appreciate him being with us also. Introduce yourself. Tell us about the game today. Look, not the way your team wanted it to go, but a great environment in downtown Detroit to enjoy some football today.
It was definitely a great environment. Y'all loud as hell. Our quarterback couldn't get none of the calls really read to the players, especially on the offensive line. And when that's the case, then it makes it real tough to get a dub.
Yeah, you really mentioned that Ritter struggled today because of the crowd noise. Do you really think that it's going to be something different moving forward, or if it was just...
No, let me fix that up. It's not really because of the crowd noise. It was a lot of reads that he missed, and there was a lot of overthrows. So I think the skill set needs to be improved. But at the end of the day, though, like, the quarterback play is what I'm blaming our L on today.
Yeah, really, I mean, the Falcons have an impressive run game. I mean, drafting Bijan Robinson to add into that. What are really your expectations with, the Lions having their own rookie running back in their own right that they have high expectations for? How do you feel about the two rookie running backs?
I love the running backs. I think that's the issue, though, because they are good. Like, we need to get an aerial attack and mix it up. We are dependent on the running game way, way, way too much. But we got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Ethan Smith. We got too much people that we could go to in the aerial attack. If we mix it up, we'll be a better all-around offense. And that's where the quarterback come in at. But also, you got to put some blame on Arthur Smith with his offensive mindset. At halftime, we should have took care of that fix because our defense was way too good.
Yeah, it was a great showing for the Lions today, and a bright future also ahead for the Atlanta Falcons. We thank you for being with us. We'll take a break on the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show. More of your thoughts coming up after this.
The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit is your go-to spot before, during, and after Detroit Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, and Tiger games. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown on Woodward at Grand Circus Park. A short walk to the stadiums in the heart of the city. At the Detroit Sports Bar, it's always happy hour with specials always running. On game day, come and get a drink. Then head to your event with the Detroit Sports Bar, carry out cocktails and drinks. On Lion Game Day, stop in early for our live fan broadcast on My Michigan TV, YouTube, Facebook, and more. The Detroit Sports Bar, downtown Detroit. The Detroit Sports Bar, where you'll have a big time and never pay a big price. More at thedetroitsportsbar.com.
Welcome back to the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show where your comments come first. It's been a fantastic day, Matt, talking to Lions fans all across the city of Detroit, people coming from all over the world to watch Lions football and NFL football today in downtown Detroit. We appreciate you joining us as well at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Detroit, Woodward Avenue in Grand Circus Park before and after the Detroit Lions game. We've had you up here with us in the studio at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill and on the ground as well. Dave, it's been a fantastic afternoon of Lions football and great to talk to so many excited fans today. Even better with a big win.
Well, no question about it. And it's been fun being down here on the street, the nice weather. We really appreciate everybody here at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. They got a nice big banner up here for My Michigan TV. And Tyler, people are having so much fun coming out of this game and talking about their favorite team. And what blows me away is how positive everybody is. People that are from Detroit, people that have some connection to Detroit and came here to see the Lions. People like that guy from England who just, picked us as his favorite NFL football team. He had no connection to Detroit at all. So what a positive vibe we have going on. And we're only into our third game of the season. So much fun. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of your broadcast and talk to all these great people.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day in downtown Detroit at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. You can join in on the experience all season long at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. This is the best place in downtown Detroit to enjoy a Lions football game, home or away, regular season, playoffs, preseason. Come on down. It is Woodward Avenue and Grand Circus Park all throughout the Lions season. A fantastic environment, big screens all over, great food, great drinks, all at an affordable price. The Detroit Sports Bar and Grill. And of course, you can join us on My Michigan TV all season long on mymichigantv.com for our live coverage, and also download our free apps for your smartphones and your smart TVs. Just simply search My Michigan TV. It's on the iPhone, the Apple Store, Apple TV, Android TV, Roku, and Fire TVs, and all your other smart TVs and your smartphones. Go in the App Store and search My Michigan TV. A big crew went into making this program possible today, as they do each and every week. Dave Scott with us, Jared Clark back at Master Control, Matt Catoni, John Catoni also helping us off camera. And we appreciate everybody that goes into making this program work every single week. But the most important person is you, the fans. Every single week it's a show for fans, about Lions fans, about Lions football. It's the My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show where your comments come first. We thank you for joining us today as the Lions take home a victory 20-6 over the Atlanta Falcons, and we'll see you back soon on My Michigan TV.